What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is April the 24th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, we have a couple ones to pay attention to today. That's initial jobless claims. Current forecast for that is 218,000. Then aside from that, you have existing home sales. Most likely in the second half of the trading day, though, you will see a lot of volatility, more so in the negative way, only because you'll have some entities really rebalancing in their risk, leading into Google's earnings, and as well tomorrow's Michigan consumer sentiment. The last 5 occurrences of this, you've seen a quite aggressive pullback in the broader market, so that could again cause some premature paper hand selling, if that kind of makes sense. Looking at the futures, it is slightly red, so Dow is down 0.38, S&P down 0.14, and then Nasdaq is flat, which given yesterday's green day I think is somewhat acceptable. Some of these reds, but I think all in all it's going to be a pretty good day in my opinion. You also do have this, so fear and greed index moving from the extreme fear to the fear category yesterday, so people's appetite for risk is starting to increase. This was just posted, so this is the president's schedule for today. Couple meetings, one of which is looks like the PM of Norway. But at the end of the day, reading between the lines, I see a lot of opportunity for him to hit social media, whether it be Truth or on Twitter or I guess X, talking about various things, one of which is going to be tariffs. So that could cause some volatility in the trading day. I'm not really sure why the schedule was actually posted for today, but nonetheless though, if you kind of read between the lines, just anticipate there's some gaps, meaning room for tweets. But getting right to it, SoFi is flat, no news, no SEC filings from them as far as today, but then again they normally like to put out news at 9 a.m. so just be aware of that. But 12.97% of the free float is being shorted, so that's what we're going into today with. Yesterday they did return, same with the day prior, so at least they're starting to mitigate some risk as well. SoFi has obviously some good FOMO leading into their earnings, which is less than 1 week away. And right now with it at 1172, trading between these 2 points, so this pivot in this S1, so 1091 is going to be a strong support, 1246 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. Moving on, ticker's MLGO. This one, even though it's only up 2.7%, it is I think the 5th most heavily traded stock this morning, and this one is one of those ones that you need to ride the momentum wave. So when it actually does start to gain some traction, don't ignore it. Even right here when it was at this point, I listed on my Patreon that this was a buy. Even on my pre-market, I said, kind of reading between the lines, that this could easily go up to like the $14-15 range. It turns out it did go up a little bit higher. Even on this kind of period right here, April the 21st, I did bring this one up in my pre-market, saying that it could potentially go to roughly that 14, same as what's happened during that time frame. So yeah, don't ignore the momentum. There isn't any news though to really justify this. There's never really any concrete news based on the momentum, so just be cautious. Don't fall in love with this stock, as I've stated in the past. But 35.04% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 2.85 million shares. So this one definitely is a little bit of a squeeze play. As you can kind of see, shorts are very reactive to the price, so just keep that in mind. But right now with it at 947, trading between this R1 and the pivot, so 932 is going to be a key support to really hold. Like I said, even though you're not seeing any crazy price action, you're seeing a lot of volume, so insinuating that once the market does open, you could see a little bit more of a bump up. So just watch for 1250 and $14.47 to be the next strong targets, so as it does gain some momentum. But that being said, 932 would be a fair stop loss. Would show that at least the momentum is getting killed a little bit. So this one definitely is an interesting one. Moving on, ticker's AREB, so American Rebel Holdings. This one, no news today, rather just piggybacking off of the news that happened a couple days ago. So this one's a very big momentum play. piggybacking off of just people's appetite for risk increasing. But over the last 1 year, it is down 96.18. So as I've brought up, I think a couple days back as well, this one is another one to not really fall in love with a little bit. But right now, it is on the threshold list. 8.56% of the free float's being shorted, works out to be 79.37 thousand shares. So essentially, this is what the market does like to squeeze on a side note. So somewhat heavily shorted, low float, and yeah, so this one could be another one to add to your watch list, with it right now at 358, trading between this pivot and this S1. Obviously, the stock has had some crazy price action, so this is why you're seeing very wide gaps. So 575 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So all in all, just do your own due diligence. At the end of the day, like I said, don't fall in love with this stock in my opinion, but you don't ignore the momentum as well. So you can ride the wave up, and like I said, 575 is going to be the next strong target. But tickers BCTX, so BriaCell, they are up 87% because of this news that they did put out this morning. So it looks like they're confirming 100% resolution of this. Obviously, as I've explained in the past, biotechs aren't really my forte, so just obviously go through this, see if it's justified or not, but a lot of big money is getting in on it today. 12.75% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 407,000 shares. So again, meets the criteria of what the market does like to squeeze. So somewhat heavily shorted, low float. So again, you might have shorts fairly active based on all of that. And given the recent price action, it is above all the key fib levels. So again, just kind of watch for hold numbers to be strong pivots and so forth. And then last but not least, ticker TAL. So this one is down 11%, give or take, and that is from their earnings. So this stock has been a very volatile one. When it does gain some good traction, it seems unstoppable. It's definitely on big money's radar quite often, but 7.17% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 29 million shares. So shorts probably won't be that big of a influence in today's price action, but right now with it at 990, it is trading right above this pivot point, so kind of insinuates that the market is seeing some value in this. I'm not really sure exactly of their earnings, but $10.20 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. 988 and then 956 is going to be the next strong supports, and then followed by again a secondary resistance point of 1041. So just anticipate a lot of volatility. Even going over here, you've seen a lot of back and forth, so it did have a low of 880, so that could be another potential for throughout the trading day, but it is definitely recovering, so big money is seeing some value in it. So all in all, let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.